17-96. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Switch. Going out.
Out of the gun. Goff. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Alpha. Check 55, Mike. I'm coming after you.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Regular. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. 58, boys, 58 to Mike.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, gone. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Bortles. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Bortles. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. First down, Rams. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the pistol, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
80 weapons.
To throw, it's Bortles. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
General West. Check. Lucky.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The Cleveland offense ready to go, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out.
And
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Regular. Point it right.
Check 3, check 3.
Protein spill.
He's checking. Crash. Check.
Point it right.
Here's Mayfield. And an alley to run. Now Mayfield lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
I'm coming, baby.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib, there to stop him.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Bortles over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Bortles going to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed. Always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defense wins championships, baby.
To throw is Bortles. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many
three-syllable
syllables.
word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Bortles now to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Now Bortles. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
58, come on.
61, matchbox white. Let's go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
70, Indy.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Shoot.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Gurley. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bortles. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there. 54.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A first down throw from Mayfield. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check it out.
Regular.
Now Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Check.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check safety.
Real.
26, check 26.
Real.
Throwing, Mayfield. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Aaron Donald with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Seibert's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hit, 180.
Against the mic. Hey, tight. Sponge.
Hey, alert.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run again with Hunt. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Again, they run with Gurley. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Slam.
Pistol.
Check 3.
That's it.
Mayfield. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dante Fowler able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
Let's go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
X3, 218, chop.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 97 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. The score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
54, block 54. You must be getting touched.
Alert, 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 alert.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Regular. My touch.
They'll run again with Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to get some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On the double.
58, Mike. Let's go, Brandon. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Ready?
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ready.
53 is the max. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got it.
To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
That's the way. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ready, set.
53, check 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Set, go.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
It's out of time. Check.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
On 2nd and very short, Bortles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
General West.
Bortles now on 1st down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
58, come on. Too little time.
Bortles. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
53 is the mark. So we got man. 53 is the mark.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Browns drive about to get started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Joker. Check 3.
I got you.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Gurley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Ready? 50, plant. 61, matchbox, lights. Begin.
Now Bortles. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joe Schobert. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Hunt. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Hurry!
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Browns on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Hey, watch the leg.
58's the Mike. 58. 58.
Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Browns, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they suffered defeat for the first time as